Welcome back to the channel, guys. Cliff here with the Sunday Drive, and today we're going to tell you how to prevent the rear window on your 2014 through 2019 Silverado from shattering. So stay tuned. So as promised, in our 12 things that will break on your Silverado, we are starting to get together some videos that show how to fix or prevent some of the issues that I went through in that video. So today we're talking about the rear window shattering. If you have the split window, this is going to hopefully help you from having that window shatter. I think daily, weekly, if not daily, I see posts in the different Silverado and Sierra Facebook groups that I'm in with people saying that their rear window has exploded. Now, interestingly, in doing some research for this video, because my window is intact, it hasn't exploded, thankfully, GM Canada did issue a recall on this for 159,000 Silverados and Sierras, but from what I could tell, they never issued a recall in the US. Now, if I'm wrong about that, definitely leave me a comment down in the description to let us all know. But from my quick little bit of research before making the video, it appeared that the recall only applied to Canadian trucks. So I'll link down to the article that I found in the description, so if you want to check that out. But today we're going to tell you how to prevent the rear window from shattering in your GM truck. So what's actually causing the rear windows on these trucks to shatter? It's actually the heating elements that are running through the back windows. And when you have the split window with the sliding centerpiece, it appears that two of the contacts in there are getting corroded over time and shorting out. I've read a couple comments where guys are saying make sure that you don't have that window open when it's raining outside. If condensation's getting in there, this can cause the problem to happen more quickly. Some people were suggesting going in there and actually cleaning the contacts on that sliding portion of the window to make sure that they're not corroded, possibly causing that short. But it is that rear defroster that's causing the issue. So an easy solution is to just never turn on your rear defroster. Unfortunately, if you're like a lot of us and need to remote start your truck in colder climates, the rear defroster automatically turns on. Now, GM's solution for this, all their brilliance, is to pull the fuse. So I will show you guys how to pull that fuse. There also is a second way to disable this without pulling a fuse in the vehicle's head unit. Now my 2014 actually doesn't have this menu option, but I will show you how to get there in the menu. I believe GM probably added this in 15 and newer vehicles because they realized that all these windows were blowing out and they wanted to provide owners a quick way to disable that rear defroster upon the remote start. But basically my suggestion would be just don't use your rear defroster. If you want to go in there and clean contacts, you can. That's probably a temporary solution and you could still have the failure down the road. I don't know if that's a permanent solution. That's just what some people had suggested doing. And try not to open the window when it's raining outside if you are going to use the defroster. Now in the GM Canadian recall, it's actually also listed as a fire risk for the vehicles. I would say anytime you have a short, you have the possibility of fire. However, GM assures us this is a non-propagating fire. So I don't know what that means. I would rather not have any type of fire in my vehicle. A few people that I have seen on the forums and Facebook groups have said they smelled smoke or saw smoke before the window blew out. It didn't sound like any of them had their vehicles like completely catch on fire, so that's good. But I wouldn't take a chance with it. Stop using your rear defroster. So unless you have a solution that prevents this from happening. But yeah, be sure to check out that article. It's an interesting read. But anyway, let's get back to showing you how to fix your truck. All right, so the first solution to disable the rear defroster is very simple. You can do it right from your driver's seat. Go to the home menu on your MyLink system and then go to settings. And then you're going to scroll down to vehicle, past it, vehicle settings right there. And then you're going to hit climate and air quality. And from there, you have your fan max speed. And on newer head units, I'm assuming in 2015, but maybe it was 2016, I'm not sure, you would have an option here for rear defrost, and you would be able to turn that on or off with the vehicle's remote start. So that's going to be your easiest and simplest solution if you have that. But if you don't, I'll show you what to do now. All right, so we are here under the hood and we are going to go into the fuse box, and this is actually the recommended fix for this from GM in the recall that they did. If you look on the list, you're going to go down and you're going to see number 10 is rear defrost. All right, rear defog. So we're going to look here and we'll find number 10. It's right there towards the middle. So it's this 30 amp fuse right here. If you're wondering what this is, we added in a light bar, which is integrated with the high beams on the vehicle. So we have a video showing how to do that if that's something you're interested in. Now pulling that fuse out can be a pain. Fortunately, GM includes a handy dandy tool back here, as well as some spare fuses behind this panel. Just get your fingers behind and pull it straight out. And you can see right here, you got some spare fuses, and then you have a handy dandy fuse tooler pull, fuse pulling tool. So after struggling with this for a little bit, I ended up pulling out the 5 amp fuse over here and the 10 amp fuse right there, and I was able to get fingers on both sides and wiggle and pull it out. So this isn't the easiest thing in the world to remove, but there it is. Now you will notice that the button will still light up. It's just a dumb switch in there that it's either on or off, but it will not turn on your rear defroster anymore, not to fear, but it probably will still show up when you do a remote start, but it won't actually activate, so don't worry about that. All right, guys, so that's how you disable the rear defroster and prevent the back glass from shattering. Not an ideal solution in my book if you want to use your rear defroster. In my case, it doesn't get that cold here. We have a couple months of winter. I'm okay living without it. But if you want to keep using your rear defroster and have a better solution, please leave that down in the comments so that we can check those ideas out. And if you guys haven't seen it already, we have a video that we just put out about 12 things that most likely will break on your 2014 to 2018, 2019, depending on how you classify it, model year, Silverado, Sierra, or other GM truck. We'll have that linked above, and this is one of the issues that is covered in that video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you back in the next video.